Good evening. I am Dr. Janet DeLotte, Assistant Professor of Physical Therapy. It is my honor to serve as the Grand Marshal at the 161st Commencement Ceremony of New York Medical College, including the first commencement of the Touro College of Dental Medicine. I call upon the dental student singing group, the Chromatic Scalers, to lead us in the national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Revered members of the clergy, Vice Chairman of the Board Joseph Mark, members of the Board of Trustees, President Kadish, Chancellor Halprin, deans, administration, and faculty, the candidates are in their places. The New York Medical College and Touro College of Dental Medicine commencement is now in session. Rabbi Moshe Krupka, Executive Vice President, Touro College and University System, will offer the invocation.
Avinu Shabbat our Heavenly Father, bless all those who have gathered today to rejoice in the commencement exercises of the New York Medical College and the Touro College of Dental Medicine class of 2020. Almighty God, Rofei Chol Basar Umafli La'asos, you are the healer of all flesh, wondrous in your acts. We gather as an academic community and as an extended Touro family to celebrate the achievements of these men and women who have accomplished so much. Before you stand the graduates of 2020, medical doctors, doctors of dental surgery, scientific researchers, health practitioners, and policy scholars who stand at the dawn of their chosen careers to bring healing and comfort to your world. Men and women who have dedicated themselves to the great art and science of medicine, dentistry, and healthcare, a destiny and a noble mission. Almighty God, these are extraordinary times. There is great uncertainty as darkness has descended upon our world. We lift our voices to you to bestow upon us your divine light to dispel that darkness, to provide hope and reassurance as we look to the future, to restore health and prosperity to your creations, and to grant us wisdom and compassion so that we may make a difference to all of humanity. Now more than ever, as we gather from afar as an academic community and as an extended Touro family, we ask you to bless this celebration and to smile upon the achievements of these men and women who have worked so diligently, who have accomplished so much, and who have so much more to offer. Dear God, these students have worked so incredibly hard. They have toiled long and grueling hours. They have endured sleepless nights to master the intricacies, the complexities, the frailty, and the wonder of your most precious creation, humanity. These students have been nurtured, trained, and mentored by distinguished and devoted faculty, not merely in the details of their science, but they have also been imbued with an inspired understanding, a reverence for human life. Dear God, we beseech you to shower your blessings upon the families of these students, the parents, spouses, children, and other dear ones who have been there for support and encouragement and have forfeited so much to ensure that these students could succeed. It was our fervent wish that we could stand together in the same hall to celebrate these accomplishments, especially this year as we are celebrating the inaugural commencement of the Touro College of Dental Medicine. Although circumstances have dictated that we cannot be together physically today, each of us remain united. Yes, united as we are on the campus in Valhalla, united by our common goals to make this world a better place, to utilize the education we have received at Touro and at New York Medical College, the scholarship and the ethical instruction in the service of humankind. As we gather today, we ask for your divine guidance and blessings for our administration, faculty, and students, men and women of good faith. Faith in our collective ability to achieve excellence and impart knowledge. Faith in our ability to serve, strengthen, and improve your world, dear God, with its rich diversity and ever-increasing potential for good. Grant us the wisdom, resolve, and fortitude to educate, to inspire, and to lead. We come before you during this time of crisis with the request that we can make a difference. Please watch over our graduates, all of our graduates who go forth to aid and heal others during this difficult time. Some of our medical graduates elected to graduate early so that they could go to the front lines more quickly and offer their newly acquired skills to their neighbors and fellow citizens of the world. Bless their efforts, Almighty God, with great success, and keep them safe. Graduates, our hearts are filled with pride and joy as we grasp the talent and achievement that you represent. Humanity has always faced challenges, and none greater than the one we find ourselves in now. We have great faith that all of you will be part of the solution. May the Almighty provide you with every blessing so that each of you can fulfill your own unique potential and destiny. Amen.
Thank you, Rabbi Krupka. It has been the custom at this point in commencement for Dr. Mark Haston, Chairman of the Board of Trustees, to offer greetings. Dr. Haston passed away earlier this year. Dr. Haston never missed a commencement. He preferred to wear his Touro College baseball cap rather than a typical academic hat. This empty chair with such a hat is placed on our virtual stage in his memory. Dr. P.H. will now offer his remarks and congratulations to the graduates, along with some reminiscences of Dr. Haston.
Welcome to the New York Medical College's 2020 commencement exercises. I regret that we cannot all be together in one room today, but as we know, circumstances dictate that we remain socially isolated. Nevertheless, regardless of where you are watching this from, know that we all remain together in spirit on this special day. Along with all of you, I am delighted to celebrate the achievements of our graduates today and to recognize all those who have supported their goals and believed in their dreams every step of the way. Parents, children, partners, family, and friends. They know perseverance and determination when they see it. Today, we honor and celebrate the culmination of your hard work and your commitment to fulfilling your dreams. I am confident that you will continue to transform your aspirations into reality. New York Medical College has a rich history that dates back to 1860, and the Touro College of Dental Medicine has a history that dates back 4 years. Since coming under the umbrella of Touro College, New York Medical College has endeavored to maintain and to enhance the standards of excellence at our school and to provide innovative and inspiring education. It is our sincere hope that this approach to medical education has prepared you with the skills necessary to succeed in a field that is rapidly and constantly evolving. In pursuit of our mission to educate and model the values of compassion, service, and social justice, we have inspired you to be ambassadors to serve humankind, and we're proud of you. We're really excited to be present at the first graduation of the Touro College of Dental Medicine, which dovetails into the missions of both Touro and New York Medical College. So why do we celebrate special occasions, whether as holidays or as commencement, such as today's graduation? As in many other traditions, in Judaism, there are distinct days that demarcate happy days and tragedies. The focus on both history and on defining specific dates as commemorations helps provide an opportunity for reflection and self-improvement. New Year's resolutions and Rosh Hashanah, repentance, provide a backdrop for evaluating where we have been in the last year and where we would like to go. A graduation celebration extols past accomplishments, but it's called a commencement, the beginning of a new life as a graduated professional. Commemorating past events also provides a historical perspective and a long memory that may be helpful. As tragic as coronavirus has been, we are better equipped to deal with it than we have been in the past. Ventilators can bridge the worst of the disease for many patients. Testing, although far from perfect, can more quickly define its epidemiology, and drugs that at least have some treatment efficacy are and will be emerging. We also take great strides in general, not to confuse celebration with mourning. As an example, it's a positive commandment in the Jewish tradition to eulogize the deceased, but not on certain holidays. In some ways, it appears that the celebration may be diminished by recalling difficulty or tragedy. However, on some days such as today, both a celebration of achievement and a commemoration of tragedy or challenge is inevitable. Today's celebration is marred not only by the COVID pandemic, but also by the memory of the passing of our beloved chairman, Dr. Mark Haston. Students often saw him only at graduation or ceremonies such as the white coat event, and thus permit me to say a few words about him. He led a complicated and truly amazing life. I came to see him as the brilliant Forrest Gump of our time. Born in Poland in 1927, he escaped the Nazis with his family and went to Asia, but he returned to fight the Nazis with Polish partisans during World War II, and then, as an officer attached to the Russian army, helped liberate 2 concentration camps. After his role in fighting the Nazis during the Holocaust, he went to Palestine and fought in the Israeli War of Independence, participating in some of its most famous episodes. After the war, Dr. Haston made his way to the United States. His formal education had been suspended at age 12, but he understood the need to advance himself and talked his way into engineering school. Upon completion of his degree, he went to work for General Mills and became a prolific inventor, eventually chief design engineer before deciding to go into business for himself, where he was involved in long-term healthcare, real estate, and banking, and eventually became the Indiana State Banking Commission. Then in 2007, fortunately for Touro and New York Medical College, Dr. Haston sold his banks and turned his attention to helping build our institutions. He was an amazing visionary and accomplished things that were hard to imagine throughout his life through perseverance, creativity, and intelligence. But more importantly, he was an incredibly decent human being, a mensch. While he reveled in financial and administrative accomplishments at our schools, what really made him happy was seeing our students succeed in their education. There was nothing he loved more than witnessing graduation ceremonies. Well into his 90s, he flew all over the country and the world to attend graduations because he enjoyed seeing our students complete their education and head towards the future. His accomplishments, often behind the scenes, both at Touro and New York Medical College, were impressive. I miss my friend and my mentor, and our schools will continue to miss him immensely. He often spoke to our students about the 4 P's necessary for success: patience, persistence, positivity, and perseverance. His message is particularly suited to these challenging times in which your graduation occurs. The coronavirus pandemic has brought all of civilization face to face with a crisis that few, if any, could have accurately imagined. Throughout the world, and especially here in the New York metropolitan area, we have seen the disruption of many things that we took for granted. It's been difficult, and tragedy erodes confidence. But with effort and actions, we can find glimmers of meaning and build on that foundation. Patience, persistence, positivity, and perseverance will win the day. All of you have worked hard to get to this point today. I am confident you will continue to meet the challenges before you as you apply the knowledge and skills that you have learned at New York Medical College in Touro and live with passion and purpose. Soon, many of you will be asked to take an oath or a pledge. I advise graduates to listen carefully to the words that they are reciting, because these are guideposts as how you should conduct yourself throughout your professional career and your daily life. Everyone would benefit from taking an oath that promises vigilance in aiding humanity. These words can too easily be dismissed as a dedication to good citizenship. And perhaps in a utopic future that might be the case. We don't live in such a time. There has always been disinformation, but now in the age of social media, disinformation spreads rapidly. People can state that viral vaccines are harmful or that pandemics are fake news, and in doing so, they can do irreparable harm. When you embarked on your educational journey, you all made a series of choices. One was to choose Touro and New York Medical College. This was a wise choice. We prepare our students to help prepare the world. For the rest of your lives, you have the opportunity to be healers in a society that truly needs healing, or educators in a society that really needs education. Never has that been more true than today in the midst of our worldwide health crisis. As you enter your professions, many of you will look at yourselves as role models. You cannot rest on academic laurels or professional achievements. I urge you to dedicate yourselves to becoming the professional that you would hold up as a standard bearer, not only professionally, but also ethically and spiritually. And I welcome each of you as Touro alumni. As you fulfill your professional ambitions, remember you will always be part of our family. Make us proud and share your achievements with your schools. We look forward to sharing your success. Congratulations, class of 2020. Now, more than ever, we and the world are counting on you. Thank you.
I am pleased to introduce Mr. Joseph Mark, Vice Chairman of the Board of Trustees.
Honored guests, members of the administration, faculty, families, and friends, on behalf of the Board of Trustees, I am pleased to welcome you to this momentous occasion. To the graduates of the class of 2020, you have each demonstrated a remarkable aptitude that will travel with you on your new journey in medicine, dentistry, public health, basic biomedical research, physical therapy, speech pathology, epidemiology, biostatistics, or whatever endeavor you choose. Your academic achievements, dedication, and desire to make the world a better place may bring you to some far-off wonderful places, but we hope you always remain close in heart and in spirit to New York Medical College and the Touro College of Dental Medicine. On behalf of all of us at New York Medical College and the Touro College and University System, allow me to wish you all the best for a lifetime of success, health, and happiness. Congratulations.
Thank you, Mr. Mark. I now recognize the Golden Legacy Society, alumni from the School of Medicine class who have joined us online 50 years later to help celebrate this commencement. Today's commencement marks the inaugural commencement of the Touro College of Dental Medicine. To mark the occasion, we will hear from Dr. Chad Ghani, the current president of the American Dental Association.
Hello, doctors. My name is Dr. Chad Ghani, and I am the president of the American Dental Association. On behalf of 163,000 dentists, your colleagues, congratulations. We are proud of your achievements, and we are excited to welcome you to the dental family. I know that this is not how you pictured your graduation. Our nation is facing a great challenge right now, but this does not diminish your success. We celebrate your achievements, and we look forward to all that you will bring to our profession. As you move forward, the American Dental Association is always on your side. We are committed to supporting you on your journey. You are entering a resilient profession, and because of you, dentistry has a strong future. To the class of 2020, congratulations. Good things are ahead. Enjoy.
We welcome to the screen Morgan Atanasio, candidate for the degree Doctor of Dental Surgery from the Touro College of Dental Medicine, who will give the student address.
Thank you, revered members of the clergy, Vice Chairman of the Board, Joseph Mark, members of the Board of Trustees, President Kadish, Chancellor Halpern, deans, administration, and faculty. It's been 64 days since our educational courses turned remote, our hospital rotations, research projects, and clinical dentistry came to a halt, and our non-essential campus operations ceased. When you're deemed non-essential, you have time to consider who and what your essentials are in life. On behalf of the class of 2020, I'd like to thank our essentials for helping us make it to this point. Our parents, grandparents, aunts and uncles, spouses and significant others, and loved ones who witnessed us throughout this journey but are no longer with us today. You picked up the phone to celebrate our accomplishments, grieve our disappointments, and sent encouraging texts, motivational emails, cards, and care packages. Your support has been unwavering, and it has been essential to our success. My name is Morgan Atanasio, and I'm a member of Touro College of Dental Medicine's inaugural class of 2020. I had the distinct honor of serving as class president in the first year and student government president the last 3 years of my dental education. As a dental student, I cannot speak to the exact experience of the medical, physical therapy, speech-language pathology, public health, and graduate health science students directly. But as a graduate student on the campus of New York Medical College, I know we all have one thing in common. We were especially chosen by our admission committees and deemed qualified to pursue our passions in healthcare. Being an inaugural class provided us with the blank pages to write our own legacy, and refreshingly, one that would serve as a chapter in the over 160 years of NYMC's history of established excellence. Today is a celebration of things we have not been handed, but earned: our medical, dental, and health profession degrees. If you'll allow me to indulge, I want to share a story that, while unique to the inaugural dental class of 2020, illustrates the journey familiar to any healthcare professional in training. On July 5th, 2016, 111 students from all over the country made their way to Valhalla, New York, and we were greeted outside of the Basic Science Building at New York Medical College, hungry to begin a dental education. We were fitted for our dental loops, made small talk with our faculty and new classmates, and even went hiking and bowling. Our orientation team must have sensed how hungry we were to begin, because we were fed copious amounts of food before and after each activity. But it wasn't every day we were given what I like to think of as a first-class experience. Being a member of the first dental class has been an experience that parallels to flying in an airplane. Sometimes it feels like you're flying first class on a luxury commercial airline, and others, basic economy, no extra legroom. Anyone who has flown in an airplane before is familiar with the journey. First comes the ascent to takeoff, then cruising at altitude, and then the descent to landing. For me, the Monday following orientation felt similar to waiting on the tarmac at a dead stop. But then after, sprinting hundreds of miles per hour just before the plane lifts itself into the air. Every bump is felt, your body sinks into the seat, palms sweaty, knuckles clenching at the armrest, and then the plane rises and takes off, and there is calm. This is the transition to a postgraduate dental, medical, or health science program, a mission that should not be taken lightly. Like passengers flying in a plane, some are afraid, some are unfazed, and some enjoy the thrill. For most, it is anxiety-producing to enter a lecture hall, only to know that you are behind on your studies simply from existing during a 3-hour lesson. The hundreds of PowerPoint slides flinging past your eyes feel as if they are traveling at the same speed as the plane on the tarmac, seconds before takeoff. We trek on, though, palms sweaty, attempting to hold our composure. 15 minutes later, a message. Ladies and gentlemen, this is your captain speaking. The fasten seatbelt sign has been turned off. You are free to move about the cabin. Take a deep breath, kick back, and wait for the refreshment cart. This is the point in our education where we've developed graduate-level study habits, refined our time management skills, and developed the discipline to thrive in a 5-exam and 1-week lifestyle, all while balancing our life demands outside of our professional education. We have time to join a student organization, find a group of friends, become elected to an executive board position on a club, perform in a concert, and we take the time to conduct research, receive a white coat, treat our first patients, provide free dental care to children and veterans, and finally, match with the residency program of our dreams. Everything is going swimmingly. We witness the evolution of ourselves and our campus with the addition of the state-of-the-art dental simulation laboratory, testing center, student lounge, and later, a cutting-edge and entirely digitally operated clinical practice facility, Touro Dental Health, and later, the New York Medical College Family Health Center. We witnessed the increase of experienced faculty and staff, and then a new message sounds. Ladies and gentlemen, this is your captain speaking. The fasten seatbelt sign has been turned on, and I ask flight attendants to be seated. We may be entering an area of turbulence. The nature of being a health professional in training forces us to feel turbulence at some point in our education, and we've all had our fair share. It occurred during our transition and continual adjustments to the demands of our programs, when we first transitioned into patient care, and it most certainly occurred when the pandemic struck the world this year. We are not measured by how turbulence hits us, but rather how we choose to respond and exert our equal and opposite force on the chaos. During this time, we have experienced a campus community led by a team of individuals who chose to mandate changes that protected us, our families, and the public, all while maintaining a high level of education to the best of their abilities. Our campus responded by utilizing current technologies to transition 100% of courses virtually within a matter of days. And while we at the dental school moved to digital learning, the School of Medicine responded by graduating more than 100 students early on April 8th to begin their medical careers and provide the much-needed medical support to the overtaxed hospitals facing the COVID-19 pandemic. The staff of Clinical Skills and Simulation Center responded by piloting a program that would virtually offer standardized patient assessments for the School of Medicine. Touro Dental Health responded by offering virtual dental visits to patients and donated PPE to Westchester Medical Center with the rest of the NYMC community. Last, but certainly not least, our students responded to the current crisis by spearheading community service initiatives that would provide virtual tutoring sessions, child and pet care for healthcare workers, triage emergency department calls, and notify patients of their COVID-19 test results, collect PPE donations, and deliver food and prescriptions to the elderly. Not today, but eventually, we will see the turbulence turn to peace. We will lose sight of the clouds as our plane descends to the landing with the destination city in visible reach, and we will hear our captain sound the message we've been longing for. Ladies and gentlemen, this is your captain speaking. Please return your seats and tray tables to their full upright positions as we prepare for landing. And in just a few moments, we've landed, and there is calm again. As graduates of the distinguished class of 2020, I hope that when we enter our professional careers, we uphold the mission statement of our institutions to deliver excellent healthcare service to our diverse communities with integrity, compassion, and empathy, and an atmosphere of excellence, scholarship, and professionalism. When we provide this care to our communities in need, I hope we do so in a collaborative nature, which honors the notion that we are, in fact, on the same frontline team, simply with different roles. When turbulence hit, I hope that we can reflect on all that we've overcome and utilize the lessons learned to propel ourselves and others past it. I hope that we never forget who we were at the start of this journey, waiting on the tarmac. I hope we never forget our why in choosing this career path, and that we give back to the institutions that granted us the D.D.S, M.D, M.P.H, Ph.D, D.P.T, and M.S degrees today. Recently, I've had the opportunity to read the book Untamed by Glennon Doyle, where she writes, "We do hard things because they must be done, or we have a hope in doing them, something better and more desirable than the present situation will become." We do hard things every day. We are our own everyday heroes. We are the people we've been waiting for. Class of 2020, across all programs here today, I wish you all success in your future endeavors and the knowledge that we can and will do hard things. And I cannot wait to see who we all become. Thank you.
I would like now to welcome the Emeritus Dean of the Touro College of Dental Medicine, Dr. J. Goldsmith, who will introduce our 2020 commencement speaker.
Hello, my name is J.P. Goldsmith. I am the founding dean of the Touro College of Dental Medicine at New York Medical College and an oral and maxillofacial surgeon. It is my pleasure to introduce this year's commencement speaker, R. Bruce Donoff, DMD, MD. Dr. Donoff is the Walter C. Guralnick Distinguished Professor of Oral and Maxillofacial Surgery, Harvard University Distinguished Service Professor, and former Dean of the Harvard School of Dental Medicine. He has worked tirelessly over the course of his career to break down the barriers between medicine and dentistry, advocating for the integration of what has been commonly viewed as two separate professions in order to improve overall public health. Under Dr. Donoff's 28-year term as dean, Harvard completely reshaped its dental curriculum. His vision subsequently influenced the way dentistry is taught throughout the world. Dr. Donoff has made major contributions to research in oral and maxillofacial surgery with interests in wound healing, bone graft survival, sensory nerve repair, and oral cancer. A graduate of Brooklyn College, he went on to receive his DMD and MD from Harvard. Dr. Donoff returned to Harvard after completing his residency as part of the dental school faculty, becoming dean in 1991. He also served as chairman and chief of service in the Massachusetts General Hospital's Department of Oral and Maxillofacial Surgery. In addition to publishing more than 100 papers and textbooks, Dr. Donoff is the editor of the Massachusetts General Hospital Manual of Oral and Maxillofacial Surgery. He served on the board of the Oral and Maxillofacial Surgery Foundation and as president of the Friends of the National Institute of Dental and Craniofacial Research. Dr. Donoff has been recognized with the American Association of Oral and Maxillofacial Surgeons Research Recognition Award, the William J. Geis Foundation Award for Oral and Maxillofacial Surgery, Fellow of the American Association for the Advancement of Science, the Alpha Omega Achievement Award, and the Distinguished Alumni and Faculty Awards from the Harvard School of Dental Medicine. Ladies and gentlemen, our 2020 commencement speaker, R. Bruce Donoff.
This is such a special day for the graduates of the College of Dental Medicine and the graduates of New York Medical College, the classes of 2020. Congratulations to you and to all your loved ones who have helped you to reach this point in your lives. You are at a major milestone of a long journey of education and training designed to permit you to help people through the discovery, application, and communication of knowledge, competence, compassion, and caring. The development of wisdom and clinical judgment through lifelong learning and further experience represents the road ahead. Unfortunately, this year a pandemic is creating huge uncertainty for your next steps. Chancellor Halpern, Dean Nadler, Dean Myers, thank you for asking me to address the graduates of Touro University Colleges of Medicine, Dental Medicine, and Health Sciences. When Dr. Halpern asked me several months ago, I was particularly thrilled because the School of Dental Medicine is graduating its first class, and the ceremonies would be together with the Medical School and Health Sciences Division. When for the past 28 years, I presented graduates of the dental school to the Harvard University president at morning commencement, he or she granted their degrees and welcomed them into a demanding branch of medicine. Additionally, after delivering remarks of the Harvard medical and dental classes on class day for many years, this year I had nothing to do as I stepped down as dean in January. Most of you know I am a great advocate for integration of oral health and general health, yet in this incredibly strange situation of a virtual commencement address, can I be inspirational, aspirational, or even take your minds off what lies ahead for healthcare delivery, medical and dental education, and integrating healthcare delivery? Crisis can forge change, but I hope this pandemic serves to reduce siloization of oral and general health, education practice, and insurance coverage, rather than foster greater social distancing of them. In the 1950s and 60s, my generation was paralyzed by poliomyelitis, a terrible illness that led to paralysis and to the use of the iron lung to aid breathing. A vaccine developed by Jonas Salk was a major breakthrough, and then an oral vaccine by Dr. Albert Sabin increased that success. The two vaccines have eliminated polio from most of the world and reduced the number of cases reported each year from an estimated 350,000 in 1988 to 33 in 2018. One of my main memories is of Edward R. Murrow, a renowned CBS reporter, asking Dr. Salk who owned the patent on the vaccine. Salk responded, quote, "Well, the people, I would say. There is no patent. Could you patent the sun?" End quote. How the world has changed. How many companies are working to develop a vaccine and treatments for COVID-19? Do you think there are any patents involved? In 1982, the AIDS epidemic galvanized the dental profession because dentists didn't know who might be afflicted despite its association with particular group. That led to the major change of everybody wearing gloves. Similarly today, knowing when physicians and dentists might return to some normalcy of patient care is critical. Sure, telehealth is an advance, but it is no substitute for the doctor-patient relationship. What changes, if any, might COVID-19 result in for the health professions? The first Surgeon General's report on oral health in 2000, championed by Dr. David Satcher, called oral health disparities a silent epidemic for vulnerable populations and stressed the importance of oral health to general health and well-being. A second report, championed by Dr. Jerome Adams, the current Surgeon General, was to be released in the fall of this year. I suspect our current pandemic will delay that report. How ironic. What exactly is a profession? I typically describe it as an occupation characterized by three features: specialized training in a field of codified knowledge, usually acquired by formal education and apprenticeship, public recognition of a certain autonomy on the part of the community of practitioners to regulate their own standards of practice, and a commitment to provide service to the public that goes beyond the economic welfare of the practitioner. The challenge for professional education is how to teach the complex ensemble of analytic thinking, skillful practice, and wise judgment. The university setting, an academic model of thought and teaching, facilitates teaching analytic habits of mind. The critical aspects of apprenticeship, initiation into the wisdom of practice, remain on the margin of academic training. The perfect curriculum seeks to remedy that by blending analytics and practical habits of mind. I call it science in practice and practical science. Maybe it can't be achieved in 4 years. In 1926, the Guy's Report appeared heralding enormous change for dental education and the dental profession. It is now hailed as the dental equivalent of the Flexner Report, which several years before had radically altered medical education. In 1995, the Institute of Medicine report, Dental Education at the Crossroads, challenged the profession to change again. Its cover was lavender and green, much like the emblems on my gown, symbolizing the integration of medicine and dentistry. The future envisioned by that report had 5 key elements. Most importantly, firstly, dentistry will and should become more closely integrated with medicine and the healthcare system on all levels: education, research, and patient care. It is well to remember that neither the Guy's nor Flexner reports were a landslide impetus to change, but nevertheless had considerable impact in the years following their publication, discussion, and implementation. In fact, last year, the American Dental Education Association published a detailed report, the 21st Century Guy's Report. It covered all aspects of the profession, from research and practice all the way up to dental service organizations. For me, the findings of 47% less basic and general health instruction in dental education was depressing, with so much of the curriculum time going to restorative dentistry. If I see any major message in all of this history and current discussion, especially when mixed with an increased number of patients we treat with chronic diseases who are elderly, and the accumulating evidence that oral health has a real bearing on general health, it is that you as dentists must be healthcare providers, not just dentists. Transformation of a profession is difficult, but the status quo is not inevitable. Will the current crisis result in the return of the same way of practicing and learning, or might we reimagine some aspects of oral health care, even considering integrated oral health primary care practices like those at Marshfield Clinic, Kaiser Northwest, and ProHealth here in New York? Dentistry needs to broaden its view, expand its repertoire, and modify its image as a profession built on technical mastery alone. How we see things depends upon where we stand. I am sure you view the world differently now as graduates than you did as applicants. As new dental graduates and medical graduates, you must be aware of the divisions in our professions over the issues of healthcare reform, access to care, and appropriate use of auxiliaries, most recently highlighted in oral health by the ongoing dental therapist issue. Be advocates for oral health as part of general health. Be supporters of general access to health care. Public health matters. We have all heard of the popular revolution of this current century: computer revolution, biomolecular revolution, and quantum revolution. It has been said, however, quote, in the next century, this one, we face not one future but many. Technology will alter almost everything we do, and it will give us the tools to create a bold new world. Let's hope a little of the old world survives, end quote. We will be the beneficiary of genomics and proteomics. Patients will benefit from progress in tissue engineering, maybe even a biologic tooth and bioengineered liver, and combinatorial chemistry will alter the repertoire of medicines to fight disease. Yet the bonds and communication between the doctor and patient remain at the heart of the matter, and that is the little but critical bit of the old world that must survive. The burst in information available to patients and to doctors is enormous. The ability to place various signs and symptoms into rules category decreases the need for a certain level of skill and competencies in providers. Does a physician need to diagnose a strep throat? Does a dentist need to diagnose an abscessed tooth? If that's true, with whom will the doctor-patient relationship lie? Science is very different today in scope and process. Just think of the differences in the world, knowledge, and tools when Banting and Best first described insulin in the first part of the 20th century. Descriptions of the life-saving qualities of crude insulin were legendary, yet diabetes remains one of our greatest concerns today. Today's science deals with smaller pieces of information and is more collaborative, and we are all the better for it. Think how quickly the SARS virus was identified and controlled through multiple labs and worldwide public health efforts. Contrast that with the frenzy and misunderstanding of the HIV infection during the 1980s. I remember well the panic of many caregivers around caring for patients with AIDS. I recall when in 1982 a patient I had cared for before came to see me for an extraction. He told me to put on gloves because he had just had a bone marrow transplant and developed something called HIV/AIDS infection. Most of you here today probably don't even remember when dentists didn't wear gloves. Dr. Theodore Roseberry, a noted microbiologist, in his remarks on the 30th anniversary of the Guy's report, made several noteworthy observations. First, he pointed out that comparing dentistry to medicine is unfair. Indeed, specialties of dermatology or ophthalmology are more appropriate for comparison. He talked about the transformation of medical practice under the direct influence of experimental science and said, quote, "What seems to be, to me, most significant in this transformation is the idea that disease can be understood and, if understood, controlled," end quote. He pointed out that not only researchers but clinicians have become convinced of the importance of science. Science as an attitude and as a method of learning enabled medical education to advance. Today, dentistry is at the tipping point of a comparable transformation. We have only to embrace it as your institution does. Periodontal disease is an infection, and as an infection can affect multiple systemic areas. Genes may provide answers to producing new enamel rather than filling a tooth, and bone growth can be stimulated. Nanotechnology may produce restorative materials that can prevent recurrent decay, and vaccines might control diseases of the oral cavity. How exciting! Medical treatments for dental disease are here, and that means that the entire procedure-based learning of clinical dentistry may have to change. How wonderful for patients and maybe for dentists. What will we do? In this life, I have often challenged my oral surgeon colleagues to consider a future in which removal of impacted wisdom teeth is shown to increase cardiovascular disease 15 times. Otolaryngology went through a similar scenario in the early 1980s when removal of tonsils and adenoids was shown to be unnecessary. They carefully reinvented themselves to enhance their specialty with increased cancer care, diagnostics and treatments, reconstruction, and cosmetic surgery. Dentistry can change, and it continues to do so, just too slowly for me. You, today's graduates, need to be the catalyst for change, to put science into perspective for today's issues. Why is there loss of taste and smell in some COVID-19 patients? Might immune receptors in the gingival and oral mucosa be involved? There is evidence in the literature for this. Only someone with a dental background thinks of these questions and will follow through on them. I worry that after years of coming closer, the social separation of medicine and dentistry will grow due to this pandemic. You must ensure that it does not. Congratulations to the 103 graduates of the School of Dental Medicine, 85 who will be starting general practice internships. Dean Myers sings your praises as the inaugural class of the school. Congratulations to the 220 students receiving the MD degree and at least 100 others receiving Ph.D, master, and other degrees from the university. I have learned that Touro is a large integrated university, and there is a Department of Dental Medicine in the medical school where my own area, oral and maxillofacial surgery, resides, along with general practice residencies. You, as physicians and dentists, must earn and sustain your patients' and society's trust. In this age of information glut, your education of lifelong learning and helping people begins today. Part of the doctor-patient relationship is sharing uncertainty and helping patients choose alternatives based upon the best available evidence, whether that choice be a decision between a 3-unit bridge or a single tooth implant, or whether to have estrogen hormone replacement or not. The professional client or doctor-patient relationship is threatened by emphasis on competition and economics. Emphasizing economic efficiency at the expense of clinical judgment recasts doctors' practices at profit centers rather than as a group of healers. Trends towards increased commercialization risk reshaping relationships between professionals and clients for the worse. In my opinion, substituting calculus of cost and benefit for ethical relationships of care and trust. The electronic health record is both a boon to patient care and a problem for communication. Let me remind you that we are privileged to take care of people. Treat them well, treat them kindly, and treat them with respect. Above all, treat them all and with one high standard of care. Look around at those who have helped you achieve this day. In this virtual world, give them virtual hugs, lots of them. I share their joy and pride and look forward to your future with justifiably high hopes, despite the pandemic, for it too shall pass. Congratulations on your wonderful achievement and good luck in meeting all of your personal and professional goals and aspirations. The current crisis will undoubtedly lead to change in certain aspects of your careers, but you will succeed, and the values that have made healthcare providers special people will prevail. Empathy, compassion, and caring will win. Imagine the equitable healthcare of the future, and even more importantly, about your place in the world and what you make of that place in contributing to an improved society. Thank you for inviting me here today.
Thank you, Dr. Donoff. This virtual graduation offers us the chance to provide the graduates with a special treat. We will now have special greetings to the graduates and their families from well-known individuals from the worlds of public service and politics, sports, and entertainment.
Hi, State Assemblyman Kevin Byrne here, representing both Westchester and Putnam counties. Just sending you this message to congratulate you on your commencement, graduating from New York Medical College. This is truly one of the most exciting and challenging times for people to enter the medical field. Personally, I used to work and volunteer as an EMT in my community, but that's next to nothing to what you will all be facing as physicians in the medical field as we deal with the coronavirus and every other medical challenge that faces our state today. And as not only as the state assemblyman, but as the ranking member on the Assembly's Health Committee, I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart for all that you have done and continue to do for the people of this great state. I've been a proud advocate for not only our patients, but our providers, and you truly have a challenging job. So I just ask you to please stay healthy and stay safe. God bless.
Hello, I'm Assemblyman Tom Abinanti. First and foremost, congratulations. Finishing a degree program under typical circumstances is an outstanding accomplishment. but you're doing it in this uncharted territory is a testament to your hard work, your dedication, your tenacity. The world needs you now more than ever. And it makes me proud to know that there's so much talent leaving New York Medical College to head out into professional experiences throughout all of our communities. Good luck, and thank you for all of the lives you're going to change.
Congratulations, class of 2020. I'm Rob Astorino, former Westchester County Executive, and boy, am I proud of all of you. Wow, can you imagine? It's flown by, right? And who would have thought you'd be walking into a crazy world like this? Seems like yesterday, though, and I know some of you remember this day real well because you were there with me when we cut the ribbon to start the dental school. And now you're all going out in the world, and hopefully I won't be in that chair with my mouth open. But if I do, I know the best of the best are going to be drilling my teeth. Anyway, congratulations to all of you. And you know what? You chose the life sciences and medicine so you can make a difference. And boy, do we need you now in this crazy world. So best of luck to the class of 2020 at New York Medical College. Congratulations. Whoop it up at home.
Hi, this is New York State Senator Pete Harckham, wishing congratulations to the 2020 class of the New York Medical College on this great milestone in your lives and in your medical career. I'm sorry we can't be in person to celebrate, but the very pandemic that is keeping us apart also highlights the need for the mission of the New York Medical College. You're among the highest trained medical students in the entire country, and your state, and your neighbors need you now more than ever. So I wish you in your new journey Godspeed, good luck, much safety, and hopefully soon when this is over, we can get together in person and hoist a glass. Congratulations.
I'm Senator Kirsten Gillibrand, and I'm delighted to send my best wishes to New York Medical College's graduating class of 2020. It's my pleasure and honor to celebrate you all, the people who are about to head to the front lines of an unprecedented public health crisis. Your chosen careers have never been more needed or more important than they are right now. The work that you will do as doctors, scientists, therapists, and public health professionals will shape the future of countless patients and our country. We are counting on you, and we have faith you will take all you have learned at New York Medical College and use it to make your mark during this global health crisis and beyond. While I know many of you are separated from loved ones and friends today, please know that the love and pride they feel for you is stronger than any divide we face. Congratulations, graduates.
Hello, I'm Tony Searpino, District Attorney of Westchester County, and I want to congratulate you and your family on your achievements in your graduation today. But wow, have you picked a tough time to enter the medical profession? The fact that you're sitting here today, ready to move forward, is a tribute to you and your courage and your passion and your willingness to take on the healthcare challenges of today and tomorrow. With that in mind, I want to congratulate you again and wish you well. Stay healthy and stay safe.
Hi everyone, Georgina Bloomberg here. I just wanted to say congratulations on your amazing achievement of graduating. Thank you for your dedication to the health industry. Now more than ever, we so appreciate you. I hope that one day soon you get to celebrate with your friends and family. But in the meantime, thank you, congratulations, wishing you all the best.
Hi to the New York Medical College, and congratulations on your graduation. I'm Melissa Errico. I'm a singer, a Broadway singer, and my husband,
Patrick McEnroe, and we are super, super proud of all of you. We need you, and we need you more than ever, so thank you for all you're going to do.
Congratulations on your graduation. Have fun today online, and you're going to have a huge celebration soon enough. Congrats.
Hello, graduates. New Jersey Governor Phil Murphy here. I know you were looking forward to walking in cap and gown to receive your degrees, but I also know that not being able to doesn't change the tremendous pride you feel today or the pride your families take in your accomplishments. And it doesn't dampen my pride or my optimism in you one bit. Make no mistake, we need you now more than ever before. You are graduating at a time of great anxiety, and you have been given the tools to lessen the anxiety of those that you will serve going forward. I know some of you will be serving communities right here in New Jersey, and I welcome you with open arms. But wherever you serve, I wish you nothing but success. Do good and do well. Congratulations. God bless you all and best of luck.
Congratulations, graduates. This is Nicholas Kristof from the New York Times, and I'm sorry that you're not getting a conventional graduation, but we're all so proud of you. We wish you well. Doctors have never been more valued than today in this COVID crisis. There's such a deep appreciation for the jobs you do and for the public service element of it. That said, within the context of COVID, I hope that that the coronavirus doesn't lead us to establish a doctor-patient relationship. But I'm thrilled for your graduation. I send my warmest wishes.
Hi, graduates. Joan London here. You are about to take on the most interesting, challenging, fulfilling, noble mission on this earth. Of course, you're entering the healthcare field at one of its most trying, difficult times. Interestingly, though, it's allowed the people in this country to be able to truly witness and fully appreciate the heroes that all of you are on the front lines of healthcare, caring for people and saving people's lives. My heartfelt congratulations to all of you.
Hey there, graduating class. My name is Stacey Allister. I'm the Chief Executive of Professional Tennis for the USTA. What I really do is run the US Open. We're your neighbors. Our office is in White Plains, but asked to say a few words to all of you. I must say, as I reflected upon what I would say to all of you, I come from a sport where love means nothing. And ultimately, the fields that you've chosen to serve in the medical industry mean everything. Never before, I think probably have all of us thought about the sacrifice and the care that you all have contributed and or will contribute. So I'm in awe of you. I thank you. We need you now more than ever. So for however you will serve in the recovery and the fight against COVID and for our long-term health and well-being, thank you, thank you, thank you. I wish you all the best. I know at this time that this should be a massive celebration for you, and perhaps you won't have that opportunity. I'll be in touch with your alumni group, and wouldn't it be great if I'd have a chance to meet all of you and we can have this little celebration and toast at the Billie Jean King National Tennis Center in 2021. In the meantime, stay healthy, take care of yourselves, and in the words of a very famous doctor, of course, Dr. Seuss, you're on your way. Your mountain is awaiting you. You're going to go to high places, and over to you, your serve.
I am Richard Ottinger, former member of Congress from Westchester, here to offer warmest congratulations to the class of 2020. There never was a time when our country more needed the knowledge you have acquired. May your medical careers be a rewarding experience and help to assure that all people have affordable access to quality medical care.
Good afternoon, everyone. This is Turk Wendell of the 2000 National League champion New York Mets. I would like to give my congratulations to this year's graduating class, the New York Medical College, and what a great accomplishment this is. I wish nothing but the best for all of you students or doctors. I just can't thank you enough for all that you do, especially in this time of crisis throughout the world, not just the United States. But keep up the good work and the promising future ahead, and God bless you all.
Hi, I'm George Latimer, Westchester County Executive. I'm here to extend congratulations to all of you who are graduating from the New York Medical College and to congratulate you and celebrate with you for this great accomplishment. It's a very difficult task to have a career in medicine. The vast majority of us, myself included, just don't have the intellectual stamina to be able to walk down the road that you're walking down. And we know, even more so now with the spread of the virus, just how important it is to rely on people who are trained in medicine. So you're achieving something for yourself. You're probably living a lifelong dream. but even more importantly, you're serving all the rest of us. And on behalf of that larger community, we appreciate that. We know that this is one step in your development. There'll be additional accomplishments in the future. We also know that this has been a spring like no other, and certain joys of life are things that we have to put on pause until we work through this pandemic. But we rely on people with your skills to help us get through it. Thank you very much for that contribution to the society at large, and congratulations on your success this day in achieving your degree.
For the past 2 months, those in the health profession have been focused on counts. How many in the hospital, how many tested, how many recovered, and sadly, how many we have lost. Each point of data that gives a shape to the graph is a life like no other, a unique universe filled with countless glistening memories, with hopes and with dreams. If you can remember that today and every day of your medical career, you will do just fine. Congratulations to the class of 2020, the class of New York Medical College and the Touro College of Dental Medicine. I wish you all the very best.
Hello, this is Michael Israel, President and CEO of the Westchester Medical Center Health Network. As medical students, I'm sure you are all aware of the term 2020 and its reference to visual acuity. Well, this year, you, as members of the class of 2020, now have vision like no other class before you. You have witnessed, arguably, one of our world's most challenging times in medicine. You've also witnessed and been part of some of its best. You have been endowed with extraordinary vision and a tremendous medical education. Take these tools with you proudly as you embark on your medical careers. On behalf of your instructors, advisors, clinical mentors, and the many members of the WMC Health workforce, I wish you, the class of 2020, much success, good health, and a well-deserved congratulations.
Thank you to all our participants in those special greetings. I call President Kadish to offer his remarks and to confer the degrees upon the class of 2020.
And now comes the fun part. Students, wherever you are, please rise. Upon the recommendation of the faculty of the School of Health Sciences and Practice, the Graduate School of Basic Medical Sciences, and the School of Medicine of New York Medical College, as well as the Touro College of Dental Medicine at New York Medical College, and by virtue of the authority vested in me by the Board of Trustees of New York Medical College, and the Touro College and University System, and the Board of Regents of the State of New York, I confer upon the class of 2020 the degrees Master of Science, Doctor of Physical Therapy, Master of Public Health, and Doctor of Public Health in the School of Health Sciences and Practice, and the degrees of Master of Science and Doctor of Philosophy in the Graduate School of Basic Medical Sciences, and finally the degree of Doctor of Medicine in the School of Medicine. The degree Doctor of Dental Surgery in the School of Dental Medicine at Touro College will be conferred when the faculty certifies that the educational time lost due to the pandemic has been met. But for the rest of you, you have the rights, privileges, obligations, and everything else relating to the degree we've conferred upon you today. Good luck.
I call upon Dr. Robert Amler, Dean of the School of Health Sciences and Practice, to present his school's class of 2020.
Candidates for degrees in the School of Health Sciences and Practice, wherever you find yourself this evening, please rise. President Kadish, I have the honor of presenting the candidates for the following degrees: Master of Science in Speech-Language Pathology, Master of Science in Biostatistics, Doctor of Physical Therapy, Master of Public Health, and Doctor of Public Health. I now ask that all of my graduates be seated except for the Speech-Language Pathology students who should remain standing. The pledge for Speech-Language Pathology will be administered to the graduates by Kathleen Kaiser, Assistant Clinical Professor and Director of Clinical Education in the Department of Speech-Language Pathology.
Will the candidates for the degree Master of Science in Speech-Language Pathology Please repeat after me. I invite any speech-language pathologists in the audience who wish to take the oath to also rise and join us. As I enter the profession of speech-language pathology, I respectfully and willingly pledge the following. I will commit myself to the ethical, responsible, and diligent practice of speech-language pathology. I will respect and uphold the laws and regulations that govern my profession, adhere to its ethical principles, and accept the profession's self-imposed standards. I will faithfully honor the inherent dignity of all and treat those who depend on my help with respect, consideration, and appreciation for our diversities. I will hold paramount the welfare of persons I serve, as well as those who are participants in research and scholarly activities. I will always protect the rights and confidentiality of those who seek my help and act only for their benefit. I will continually strive to learn, further my professional competence, accurately share my knowledge with those who seek it, and advocate for the unmet communication and swallowing needs of the public. I will always conduct myself with dignity, maintain collaborative and harmonious interprofessional relationships, and place service to humankind before personal or material gain. With honor and pride, I commit myself to the profession of speech-language pathology. Congratulations, class of 2020. You may be seated.
The speech-language pathology graduates may now be seated, and the physical therapy graduates will please rise. The pledge for physical therapy will be administered to the Doctor of Physical Therapy graduates by Dr. Michael J. Majak, Associate Professor and Chair of the Department of Physical Therapy.
Will the candidates for the degree Doctor of Physical Therapy please stand and repeat after me? I also invite physical therapists in the audience who should take the oath to also rise and join us. As I enter the profession of physical therapy to practice as a physical therapist, I solemnly and willingly pledge the following. I will respect the rights and dignity of all individuals and will provide compassionate care. I will be trustworthy towards my patients and clients and in all other aspects of physical therapy practice. I will place the welfare of my patients and clients above my own self-interest. I will provide accurate and relevant information to patients and clients about their care and to the public about physical therapy service. I will exercise sound judgment and comply with laws and regulations that govern physical therapy and protect the public from unethical, incompetent, and illegal acts. I will maintain professional competence and promote high standards for physical therapy practice, education, and research. I will address the health needs of society and strive to effect changes that benefit patients, clients, and the community. I will respect the rights, knowledge, and skills of colleagues and other healthcare professionals and seek consultation whenever the welfare of the patient or client may be advanced. Thus, with this pledge, I freely accept the responsibilities that accompany the practice of physical therapy. Congratulations, class of 2020. You may now be seated.
I call upon Dr. Marina K. Holtz, Dean of the Graduate School of Basic Medical Sciences, to present her class of 2020.
I have the honor of presenting the candidates for the degrees of Master of Science and Doctor of Philosophy. The importance of science in our society has never been more evident. I charge you new graduates to go forward and contribute to the generation, conservation, and dissemination of knowledge about the causes, prevention, and treatment of disease through research and discovery in academia, government, or industry, or wherever your professional path will take you. Congratulations, class of 2020.
I call upon Dr. Jerry Nadler, Dean of the School of Medicine, to present his class of 2020.
Candidates for the degrees in the School of Medicine, please rise. I have the honor of presenting the candidates for the degree of Doctor of Medicine. In the medical profession, it has been a custom for more than 2,000 years that no one may be admitted to its honors who has not first expressly taken upon himself or herself its obligations. Although the ancient Greek language is replaced by modern English, we still find no nobler words than the most ancient in which to hand down the tradition of our college. Therefore, on behalf of your elders, I call upon the candidates for the degree Doctor of Medicine to take, as we have taken before you, the oath attributed to Hippocrates. Will the candidates for the degree Doctor of Medicine please rise and repeat after me? I also invite any physicians in the audience who wish to retake the oath to also rise and join us. I do solemnly swear that by whatever I hold most sacred, that I will be loyal to the profession of medicine and just and generous to its members, that I will lead my life and practice my art in uprightness and honor, that into whatever home I shall enter, it shall be for the good of the sick and the well to the utmost of my power, and that I will hold myself aloof from wrong and from corruption and from the tempting of others to vice, that I will exercise my art solely for the cure of my patients and the prevention of disease, and I will give no drugs and perform no operation for a criminal purpose, and far less suggest such a thing, that whatsoever I shall see or hear of the lives of men and women which is not fitting to be spoken, I shall keep inviolably secret. These things I do promise, and in proportion as I am faithful to this oath, may happiness and good repute be ever mine, the opposite if I shall be forsworn. Congratulations to the class of 2020. You may be seated.
Good evening. I'm Professor Ira Bedzo. We have heard a good deal this evening about the inaugural class of the School of Dental Medicine. I wish to announce that there is a second inaugural degree being awarded at this year's graduation. It is the honorable degree of Master of Science in Bioethics from the School of Medicine. Will the candidate for the degree of Master of Science in Bioethics please rise? I award you this degree with all of the rights and honors appertaining thereto. Thank you, and you may be seated.
I call upon Patricia Salkin, Provost of the Graduate and Professional Divisions of Touro College, to say a few words.
Congratulations to all of the graduates of New York Medical College, and a special shout out to the Touro College of Dental Medicine class of 2020. It was only just 4 short years ago that you took interest in the announced soon-to-be-open first new dental school in New York in 50 years. Class of 2020, you have been TCDM pioneers, and all along the way, we have appreciated your commitment and dedication not just to the study of dental medicine, but to fulfilling our mission of serving the underserved through your engagement in our clinic and with the community. Certainly in your final semester, you have had the ultimate living learning experience during the unexpected pandemic. No matter what your formal academic training in the classroom and the clinic provides, the practice of medicine requires an ongoing commitment to continued learning and inquiry to protect the public health. I have no doubt that the less formal lessons about adaptability, creativity, scientific inquiry, and motivation to help people will serve you well in your residencies and practices. Class of 2020, today is your day, and the future that belongs to you will be exceptional because of the foundation you received at Touro and what you will choose to do with your knowledge and skills. Welcome to our proud alumni ranks.
I call upon Dean Ronnie Myers of the Touro College of Dental Medicine at New York Medical College to present his graduates.
Candidates for degrees in the College of Dental Medicine, please rise. I have the honor of presenting the candidates for the degree Doctor of Dental Surgery, who will conclude all of their requirements for the degrees and be graduates in June of 2020. In the dental profession, it is the custom that no one may be admitted to its honors who is not expressly taken upon himself or herself its obligations. Therefore, behalf on your elders, I call upon you, the candidates for the degree of Doctor of Dental Surgery, to take, as we have taken before you, your professional oath. I invite any dentists in the audience who wish to retake the oath to also rise and join us. I publicly acknowledge and accept the privileges and responsibilities given to me today as a dentist and dedicate myself to provide care to those in need. I pledge my utmost effort to acquire the knowledge, skills, attitudes, and behavior required for the practice of dentistry, embracing opportunities to learn from patients, teachers, and colleagues. I will seek new knowledge and teach what I have learned. I will acknowledge my limitations and my mistakes so that I may learn from them. I will respect all patients as individuals without regard to gender, race, national origin, religion, or sexual orientation. I will embrace the highest standards of the dental profession and pledge to conduct myself accordingly in all of its interactions. I will also place the needs of my patients above my own. I will use my skills to care for all in need without bias and with openness of spirit. I will strive to alleviate suffering, even under duress, and I will not use my knowledge or skills against humanity. To uphold these responsibilities, I will maintain my own well-being and the well-being of those close to me. I am committed to make myself a trustworthy dentist who will practice dentistry with excellence, integrity, and devotion to my patients. I commit myself to a lifelong process that will bring honor to my profession. I make these promises solemnly, freely, and upon my honor. Thank you, and you may be seated.
I call upon Dr. Martin Katzenstein, Chairman of the Board of Advisors and Associate Professor of Pediatrics.
Thank you. I am Dr. Martin Katzenstein, a graduate of the class of 1978 and a son of a World War II veteran. I want to congratulate all the graduates of the class of 2020 and their families on this most momentous day. And I know you all will join with me in a most heartfelt thank you to our colleagues on the front lines in the battle against COVID-19. It is the custom of the college, relatively unique in healthcare, to invite a representative of our military to join us every year at commencement. It is uniquely American that our military does not swear an oath of office to the Emperor, King, Queen, President, or Prime Minister, but instead swears to defend and protect the Constitution of the United States against all enemies, foreign and domestic. This year, 2020, 3 recipients of the M.D. degree from the School of Medicine and 2 recipients of the D.D.S. School of Dentistry will be commissioned as medical officers in the United States Army and Air Force. We are joined this evening by a graduate of the School of Medicine of New York Medical College, U.S. Navy Commander Mil Etienne, M.D., M.P.H., Clinical Assistant Professor of Neurology. Dr. Etienne founded and directed the epilepsy and EEG and autonomic programs at Walter Reed National.
Military Center from the years 2009 to 2012. While at Walter Reed, Dr. Etienne was Associate Program Director of the Neurology Residency Program and was on the Clinical Neurophysiology teaching faculty for the National Institute of Neurobiological Disorders and Stroke at NIH. He has been with the faculty of New York Medical College since 2013, as now Associate Dean for Student Affairs. Commander Etienne, on behalf of the college, I am pleased to say the podium is yours.
After graduating from New York Medical College and the Touro College of Dental Medicine, 5 of our graduates will move on to careers in the armed forces. This year, we have 4 graduates moving on to serve in the United States Army and 1 in the United States Air Force. It is traditional for our officers to recite the oath of office upon commissioning or upon promotion. This oath is the same oath that has been taken by all military officers as they get commissioned or promoted to their next rank. This is also the same oath taken by public servants like members of Congress, the United States Supreme Court, and the President of the United States. As they take this oath, take notice that this oath is not to an individual, but rather to the Constitution of the United States of America. Here at New York Medical College, it has been our custom to have the officers take the oath of office at these commencement exercises. At this time, the following graduates of the School of Medicine and Dental Medicine are ordered to stand. Dr. James Furnival, Advanced Education and General Dentistry, United States Keesler Air Force Base. Dr. Bajao Men, Oral and Maxillofacial Surgery, Army Postgraduate Dental School. Dr. Jennifer Arana Vasquez, Family Medicine, Eisenhower Army Medical Center. Dr. Erica Bucky, Pediatrics, Madigan Army Medical Center. Dr. Morgan Andreessen, Internal Medicine, Walter Reed National Military Medical Center. I ask these officers to now raise your right hand and repeat after me. I state your name.
I, Jennifer Arana Vasquez, Erica Bucky,
James Furnival, Bajao Men, Morgan Andreessen,
Do solemnly swear
that
I will support and defend
that I will support and defend
the Constitution of the United States
the Constitution of the United States
against all enemies, foreign and domestic,
against all enemies, foreign and domestic,
that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same,
and I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same,
that I take this obligation freely without any mental reservation or purpose of evasion, and that I will well and faithfully discharge the duties of the office on which I am about to enter. So help me God. Congratulations. At ease, officers. You may be seated.
Thank you, Commander Etienne. I invite Chancellor Halpern to speak.
Good evening. I am Edward Halpern, the Chancellor and Chief Executive Officer of New York Medical College and the Provost for Biomedical Affairs of the Touro College and University System. I ask Professor Matthew Pravitz to please stand wherever he finds himself at the moment. A resolution of the Board of Trustees of New York Medical College approved unanimously on April 23, 2020. Whereas Matthew A. Pravitz, OFM, Ph.D., joined the New York Medical College community as a graduate student in 1983. Whereas he joined the college faculty in 1988 and became gross anatomy course director in 1995. Whereas he has been viewed as a beloved teacher, counselor, and mentor to generations of students, faculty, and staff of this college. Whereas he has been called to assume a leadership position in the Ordo Fratrum Minorum, the Orders of Friars Minor, founded by St. Francis of Assisi, through which members live their lives in the spirit established by the saint. Therefore, be it resolved that the Board of Trustees of this college thank Matthew A. Pravitz, OFM, Ph.D., for his 37 years of service and friendship as a member of this academic community, and wish him Godspeed on the next chapter of life's journey. Signed on behalf of the Board of Trustees by Edward C. Halpern, Chancellor and Chief Executive Officer, New York Medical College. Congratulations, Professor Pravitz. I would now like to offer the graduates the chance to recognize their parents and families and friends who helped bring them to this special day. Will the graduates, wherever you find yourself at the moment, turn and thank your families and friends? Thank you. My dear graduates, founded in 1860, New York Medical College is a 160-year-old community of scholars that exists for the generation, conservation, and dissemination of knowledge about the causes, prevention, and treatment of human disease and disability. This college has changed with the times while remaining true to its core values. In Bryant Park in Manhattan, there is a large statue which honors our founder, William Cullen Bryant. We know where he stood in the 1850s. Free the slaves and give them the vote. Give women the vote. Allow workers to form trade unions and collectively bargain. When he established this college, it was in his time and remains in our time a bastion against bigotry in health education and health care, a defender of respect for all in a place where there are no hyphenated patients. There are no such things as illegal or undocumented patients. Human beings are not illegal. When they are ill, they are simply our fellow humans in need of our help. And we assert the discrimination against people by trying to place the blame for a pandemic upon them is evil. We shall defend the proposition that the world is full of our fellow human beings, and sometimes our fellow humans are in need of prompt, expert, and humane care. And sometimes we shall be in need of that care, and we shall treat others as we would expect to be treated. We know where our founder stood, we know where we stand, and we shall not be moved. Dear graduates, the faculty has sought ardently to educate, you have sought ardently to learn. We arrive at this day together in partnership. We are proud of what we have jointly achieved. While you have been with us, we have striven to impart both values and knowledge because wisdom is the confluence of knowledge and values. We confidently send you forth well prepared for the challenges posed by your respective disciplines. As you go forward, I charge you to commit yourselves to the highest professional and ethical standards, to render to each person the dignities rightfully theirs, and to remember that you are stewards of the connected human family, to be compassionate to those in need, and to remember with pride New York Medical College and the Touro College and University system, as we will proudly remember you. Godspeed on your journey, graduates. And now let's meet the graduates of the class of 2020.
Revered members of the clergy, Vice Chair Mark, members of the Board of Trustees, President Kadish, Chancellor Halprin, deans, administration, faculty, distinguished guests, graduates, parents, and friends. The 161st commencement of the New York Medical College and the first commencement of the Touro College of Dental Medicine is concluded. Yes, 161st in 160 years. We had a double commencement in 1975. Congratulations, graduates. Have a wonderful evening.